A woman working 40 hours a week or more, paying for her own hair, nails, rent, car, food, and gas, handling everything by herself. She's not going to be the soft, feminine woman you expect her to be. And no, she can't bring you.
All right. Okay, talk. Now you have nothing to say. No.
I don't really like you as much when you do that. You know what I mean?
Thanks.
I was like,
all right, never mind.
Yeah. So seductive. I take you to the king.
My fellow men, you are handling things backwards. You're asking women for nudes before asking her to bare her heart. Switch things up a bit. Ask her how her mind and her heart feels, and it'll get you much further. Trust me. Your gentleman friend, Sir Marlon, Denon.
A lot of you are not dealing with extreme men. You are dealing with men who have expectations. That's different. And you are calling it control because you do not want to adjust. And that is exactly where confusion comes in, because adjustment requires discernment. And a lot of us, we have absolutely no discernment because we have no reason.
A lot of modern women continue to say that men aren't putting forth effort. Yes, I am. I'm just not giving you the effort. Because you on some BS.
Women always ask me, what happened to men today? Great question. What started out as a good thing, encouraging men to respect women, has swung way too far in the opposite direction. Now, a lot of men are terrified of women, so they wait for perfect conditions before making a move. But courage doesn't exist without risk, and women can't respect men who don't risk anything. So as a man, if you want to be seen as confident, you've got to be willing to look stupid, to get rejected, to be misunderstood. So start by taking small risks. Approach women when you're out and about. Initiate plans with them. You'd be surprised how fast it'll work, because women nowadays, they're not turned off by that kind of effort. They're starving for it.
What's going on, fellas? Don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel. Leave a comment down below. Let's get back to the video.
I've been in a relationship for 7 years.
Pause.
I told him.
Ask me the question again. I've been in a relationship
for 7 years.
Pause. I've been in a relationship for 7 years.
Yeah.
I had to ask a man of 7 years to buy me a ring. He could not buy me a ring, so I had to ask him to put it on layaway. I had to ask this man. Listen to yourself, woman. Listen to yourself, baby. I had to ask this man. I had to ask you for a commitment. This ain't about the ring. 7 years of my time. You didn't want to marry me. Because if you did, you would have found that out in 6 months, 7 months, 8 months, 9 months, 10 months, 11 months, 1 year, not even past 2. We're talking about a man here, baby. Men who know, get out the driver's seat. That's not your place right now.
Start paying attention to your instincts. If something feels off, trust me, it is off. Trust that feeling. You're not crazy. You're just very intuitive. Let people know what you will and won't tolerate. If someone refuses to respect your boundaries or continues to manipulate you, it's okay to step back or end the relationship or friendship. At the end of the day, you can't control how people treat you, but you can control how you respond. You can choose to stay rooted in your truth. You can choose to walk away from toxic dynamics, and you can choose to let people be who they are, even if they can't do the same for you, and even if it means you support them from afar. Start paying attention to how people show up in your life. Notice who supports you and who tries to control you. And when someone tries to bring you down, remind yourself, their behavior doesn't define you, it defines them.
At some point in time, keep on complaining about men not being chivalrous and men not being traditional. It's not going to work. It's not going to work. You need to line up, or a man is not going to tolerate.
I swear my loyalty to me, myself. Yeah, but what do you mean by that? A man treating a woman right? Most men do treat women right. They treat us like equals. Or they do nice things for what? To be treated like garbage back? Are they supposed to just put up with constant disrespect? Are they supposed to be okay with being used? Yeah, I'll pay for that $200 dinner. Oh, you want to ghost me afterwards? That's okay. No! Men having self-respect is not the same as men treating women badly. And you do realize the highest divorce rate is with 2 women in a relationship, right? 2 men actually have the lowest divorce rate, so you can go ahead and do the math on that one.
So the married CEO of Bumble just came out and said that AI is the future of dating, and that one person's AI avatar will get to know another person's AI avatar until they decide that the real life people should meet each other. And I just want to say that I cannot spend another moment in this hellscape. First of all, to this married woman, please go consult some single people. What in God's name is wrong with you? Second of all, AI has no place in somewhere. First of all, it has no place anywhere. But secondly, especially in a place that needs more humanity, that needs more people to figure out how to connect on a human level. This is complete and shit. And the fact that tech companies have commodified relationships so deeply and a woman is at the helm of pushing this is so sad. Respectfully, Bumble, fuck yourself.
I think another one of the issues is that when you listen to these modern women and the things that they say, it's always that a man has to be finished while you are still a work in progress. Do you think that's fair that a man has to deal with you and your BS while he has to be the perfect specimen?
This is not a good time for men right now, and I personally am loving it. Obviously, we all just learned how to catch a print. So now women are objectifying men, and it's the first time that they have ever felt this, and like, welcome to our world. And we can't look away, we can't stop. It's too great. And just watching men like crash out about it.
I guarantee to you that 95% of men have no idea what you're talking about, which I think is hilarious because while women think that they're like getting a one-up on men, like they're getting their revenge, really all that's happening is you're proving that you are chronically online. I just don't think that this is a thing. And guys, you can tell me if I'm wrong, but are you feeling highly objectified because of this? I mean, if anything, they feel annoyed by women wanting, a very tall man and the high earner and whatnot, when they're looking to date. That is something that men talk about. Men are not really talking about how they're feeling objectified because of this whole catching a print. Most of them have no idea what you're talking about.
I see these huge public weddings. It's a humiliation ritual for the man. He ends up on one knee, worshiping her, giving her a diamond he can barely afford, begging a woman he's been paying for years to stay with him. Of course she said yes, you idiot. She's living in your house. And then after that, she humiliates him publicly forever by showing how much she can control him as he stands there spending his life savings, putting her in a dress and giving all her friends a great time and promising that he's going to stick by her no matter what, while she stands there as the princess going, great, I've got a husband. And the second she's unhappy, the very first second she's unhappy, what does she do? Leave. So what the are you even marrying her? You must be out your fucking mind. The marriage contract was simple. I get a virgin who obeys me, and then I'll marry her and pay her bills. That was the contract. It seems that men are still prepared to take care of a woman and pay her bills, but I can't seem to find any obedient virgins out there. So it looks like women have broken the marriage contract. Not me, not men. Women have broken it. Women are the ones who you can't trust to marry.
Men have started going their own direction and quit fixing the mistakes and the foolishness. And some of the stuff is not even a mistake. It's just you doing whatever you want to do and expecting a man to save you. And when I, as a man, have stopped doing that, my life has gotten a lot better.
Something I always want to be on here is open, real, and vulnerable. And today, I've really struggled with finding the words for what I want to say. But what keeps spilling out is that I am an imperfect person who just wants to be better. With everything going on in the world, I have been reflecting on the person I am. I have walked through many seasons, and looking back, the ones that were the most fulfilling, especially for my marriage, were the ones where Christ was at the center of it all. I've been an addict and I've been sober. I've been a liar and I've been too honest. I've been a friend and I've been a gossiper. I've fallen short more times than I can count. And I'm tired of being a mediocre, hypocritical Christian. But here's the truth. Through it all, God has never given up on me. The Holy Spirit has always found me right where I was and called me back again. Now it's time. I'm ready. I want to be a better wife, a better mother, a better sister, daughter, and friend. The world has woken up, and what's happened has lit a fire in me that I refuse to let burn out. So, who's with me?
You know, you're listening to these lists and what modern women say they want, but really give them 4 or 5 years and they'll be tired. I'm tired of having to carry this load. I'm tired of having to do this all myself. It's been 5 years. It's been 2 years. And I'm already tired, boss. Exactly.
Ladies, if you have to text him first, if you have to kind of play this game where you have to kind of let him know your presence, please let him go, because there's another woman who he's thinking about. And you know what? Also, there's a lot of men who will pursue you and date you. They will get you to a certain place, but the reality is they miss their ex. And you don't know what's going on. You don't know why it's getting funny with them, and they miss somebody. And they probably don't even want to admit that to themselves, because a lot of men are taught to suppress. So
do y'all taste something funny in your mouth? Because
so sis, protect yourself. Protect yourself and leave him alone. Anytime that you feel like you are doing the pursuing, and I'm not talking about if you're dating a man who's busy and has a job, but he's being intentional with you, that's not the same. Because sometimes, I've dated men where we're not going to talk for like majority of the day, but we will talk when they're off work or before they're on. Yeah. And that's okay. You got to know who you're dealing with. But if it's not that, and they are just not communicating with you the way that you want to be and even if they're just not communicating the way you want to be communicated with, let it go. If you don't want to date a man who works during the day and doesn't communicate with you most of the day because it will make you feel insecure, honor that. It's okay to feel that way. Let him go. There's a man who it matches. Yeah. The life will match, and you won't feel like you have to tug and pull.
Maybe that's the thing to say. Which is what we have to find out. We have to find out these code words. Like Greg, I would say dinner's ready, and he wouldn't come. And then it would get cold. Well, I didn't find out till like 15 years of marriage that he didn't care if the food got cold. He just never wanted to wait for it. He wanted the food to wait for him. Which of course he hadn't told me before, because he thought it was obvious. Yeah. And you don't want to waste any energy stating the obvious, which women don't know about men. So I changed it. Dinner's on the table. Oh, bam. Then I went the extra, because, I was a great wife. We'd have a date, and I'd arrive at the restaurant early, and they're like, yes, my husband's going to join me. Okay, I'll be back. No, I want to order. Well, we're ordering. No, I'd like to order now. He doesn't care if it's hot. He cares if it's sitting there when he gets you. Are you letting me order? So some of them just won't let me order. They just don't believe me. Yeah. But then Greg arrives, and dinner's on the table at the restaurant. You know how many points I got for that? Yeah. I got so many Greg White points. Yeah. But if you listen to these slight things, right? Dinner's ready. Dinner's hot. Play with it, and you'll find out what connects it, which is most of what we got to do is find out what are the words that connect. And one of the things that men don't know about women, there's meanwhile, there's what happens if he gives a deadline, and yet still men are more forgiving of women being different than women are men being different.
I can see that.
Yeah, you don't know what the good reason is, but if that's what comes with all of what's amazing about her, okay, we'll do.
These modern women, you probably heard it before, Captain Save-A-Ho. That's what they're looking for, unfortunately. Now, they probably won't refer to themselves as that, or they might, whatever it is, it doesn't matter. They want you to come save them. And a man does not have the responsibility to do that.
Let me ask you a question. What walls do you have in your relational life? Or can everybody speak on y'all marriage? So you done talked about y'all marriage to so many people that now that y'all actually doing good and you want to celebrate, you get mad because now they don't celebrate with you because all you brought them was negativity. So now you feel like don't nobody want y'all to win when all they ever heard was how y'all lost, because your marriage never had walls. It never had walls. It never had walls. It never had walls. What walls do you have in your finances? So anybody can just know how much money you got and how much money you make. Walls in your spiritual life. So now you sit on the phone and talk about any religion and any other type. No, it's certain conversations I'm not in. You don't know how many people call me trying to have debates. Well, Pastor Mike, I was looking at John. I don't care. Believe what you want to believe. I am not an apologist of the text. I'm a defender of faith. So when it comes time for me to speak my things, I speak it. But I'm not going to sit in a one-on-one and debate with somebody who's convinced they're right. So I tell you what, I'm going to let you believe what you want to believe. I'm going to believe what I want to believe. And let's just see what happens.
I think the thing that gets a lot of men is that women actually, a lot of these modern women actually expect them to continue taking the gamble when they continue to lose. You know what I mean? I continue to get nothing back. It'd be one thing if I was hitting on something. Oh man, I hit on something. Heck, why not try it again? But I've never hit on anything. Why would I continue to take that gamble?
One of the worst and most manipulative, cruel things that a guy can do in a relationship, and you have to watch out for this because you don't want to be anywhere near this, but it's the way he handles conflict. A specific way, because it can make you feel alone. It can make you feel like you have to shrink yourself down or be careful all the time. And it damages the integrity and trust that you have with this person that you guys can get through anything together. What is it that's so bad? It's when a guy punishes you for making a mistake or making him upset by ignoring you and shutting you out and giving you the cold shoulder for hours. And I think we know why people do this. It's because they lack emotional maturity to express themselves and their feelings that boil up inside of them like an adult. And instead, that little boy inside of them that doesn't know how to communicate, just like, I'm gonna cross my arms, flip you off, and not talk to you. I'm going to show you. I'm going to teach you a lesson. As weird as this is, you know what the scary thing is that it's not that uncommon. Part of having healthy communication in a relationship is having the ability to communicate when you have big emotions. But instead of sitting down together and being clear, concise, and still confident and secure with each other to address whatever the issue is, they resort to what they used to do as a kid, which was just, silent treatment.
And another thing you have to understand is that modern women, they keep on trying to make men feel guilty about backing up, about not helping, about protecting themselves, staying to themselves. That's a form of protection. Well, how come a man won't protect me? How come a man won't provide? How come a man just going his own way? Because you've shown that man that you're a bona fide problem. You've shown that man that you're not safe to be around. You've shown that man that you can't keep your mouth closed, especially when it matters. And I'm not about to put myself in danger.
A rule to a happy marriage and keeping your man, or a relationship if you don't want to get married, is this, and I don't hear people ever talk about it, so listen. Be happy instead of good. This rule only applies for women. Everyone as a woman has been taught to be a good girl. We want to be good. We want to make him the dinner. We want to do this, that, the other. We want to make him happy because that's how we've been trained and taught to do in society everywhere, school. But the truth is, he would rather you be happy than good. If you're running around flustered, tired, I see all the women in the DMs. I see all the women all over social media. They're talking about, I do this, that, the other. I work 2 jobs. I look after the kids and he just sits on the sofa. I'm unhappy, I'm unhappy, I'm unhappy. Okay. How about this? You drop all the good girl act. You drop the pick me act. You drop trying to fit into whatever it is you're trying to fit into and just be happy. If you don't want to cook that chicken tonight, don't cook it and get a takeaway. Whatever. I don't care. As long as you're happy, and he's going to value you more because you're going to give him peace. You're not going to make him go crazy. And we all think, oh, I've got to cook. I've got to clean. I've got to this. That's what I bring to the table. No, my friend. You will see the most in quotes, useless women be worshipped by men. Why? Because they are happy. They make their lives happy and fun. They're light to be with. They have a playful energy. You know what you become when you are nagging, you're working really hard, you're doing everything for him, you're cooking for him, cleaning for him, you're raising his children, but you are just this angry rat in the corner resenting him like, I'm doing all this for you, you're doing nothing. You're giving mothering energy. You're giving that martyring mother energy who's like, I sacrificed everything for you. I walked over the mountain to bring you to this country, you know, immigrant parent style. Nobody wants that. Nobody wants to sleep with that. Cut it out. Just a suggestion.
A lot of these modern women don't really understand what they're losing. They think for some reason they're going to have their time in the sun forever, right? So you might have a good man or a solid man. Not saying the man is perfect. Not saying that, you know, he got some stuff to work on. He got a lot of stuff to work on, but so do you. A lot of times modern women think they're perfect. And so that man that was there for you would do anything for you. You don't want that man. You want to go see other people. You want to go do your thing out there. You want to have a hot girl summer. But then when you stop messing around and you see that, oh, well, wait, actually, there's nobody going to take care of me like he does. Now you want to come crawling back. By that time, he's moved on.
I don't like when some men be like, all y'all want is money. All y'all want is this and all y'all want is that. And you be quick to open up your mouth and ask for a piece of booty and then get uncomfortable when I mention, oh, you got money. It's not always about money. It's about love. Now it's about love, but it wasn't about that when you wanted to get that booty, your lust ass.
And all the happy wives and girlfriends and fiancés had high standards. And her current husband, fiance, or boyfriend climbed up to meet her high standards. He didn't ask her to lower the bar, and she didn't budge either. I'm not lowering it. You're gonna have to come up here. Yeah. Yep.
If you notice that your man is not showing you a level of love, affection, and he's been a lot more quiet than usual, it's not because he's cheating on you. It's not because he doesn't love you. It's because he's going through a lot. He has this level of stress on his shoulders that he can't give to you. So he's sitting there, he's trying to process, he's trying to go through it. And the reason why he hasn't opened up to you and he's sticking to himself and he's being quiet is because he knows if he even tries to go out there and expel all this emotion on you and actually talk to you, you won't understand where he's coming from, and most chances are you'll probably use it against him.
Reason 7. He's experienced more peace without a woman. And fellas know this one's true. Most men have found more peace single than they ever had in a relationship. No drama, no arguing, no ego wars, just quiet, just order, just freedom. And here's the danger for modern women. Once a man gets a taste of that kind of peace, he doesn't chase noise anymore. He doesn't chase headaches. He doesn't chase chaos. Because once you've lived in peace, you start protecting it like it's a treasure. And the sad truth is, too many women don't bring peace. They bring problems. And older men would rather stay single forever than trade peace for problems.
And this isn't to get confused with me being too masculine, because I am most certainly incredibly feminine. Those of you who actually know me versus what you see on social media, I am incredibly feminine. The reality is that most of you guys don't even know how feminine and masculine energy actually work. Masculine energy is feminine energy expressed. You can't have masculine energy without feminine energy. Feminine energy is the creative, it's the flow, it's this, you see the softness, right? The nurturing, all those pieces. But you can't have masculine energy, which is more rigid, it's direct, it is structured, it is actualized, it is tangible if you don't have the feminine. It's on a spectrum. And I have both of those things. You also have both of those. So in this process, as much as I am feminine and can be soft, I love my life and I love what I've built and I want to keep building that, and having a man who can also support that and is masculine enough to be able to support that, that's really important to me.
Where are the girls that are just super laid back and chill? Where the are the good women at?
So apparently the internet is full of men asking where all the nice girls have gone. So let me answer. Dear sirs, we didn't disappear. We just stopped pretending to be okay with things that we've never been okay with. Let me give you a history lesson. For generations, women have been raised to be nice and polite and accommodating, and just let men do whatever they want. Just let them act however they want, to overfunction in relationships, to never embarrass men, to never make anything awkward. Yeah, we call these pick-me girls, and guess what? They're going extinct, and honestly, good for us, because there are amazing men out there that actually want real women. They want partnership, they want love, they want respect, and they're not looking for doormats. So happy Women's Day to all the women who stopped shrinking themselves to make mediocre men feel comfortable.
I'm tired.
I'm tired of being told I'm a great man but being treated like I ain't one. Tired of being told I'm everything she wants in a man only to find out she's been searching for more in another one. I'm tired, like emotionally exhausted. Like I sleep on myself while not being able to sleep myself. I'm tired. I'm tired like the only break I catch is with my heart. And the only peace I get is me and a bunch of them on the corner, puzzled, trying to put myself together after I put it all together because the lies still give you the truth. I'm tired.
The lies give you the truth.
Okay, so when my friend and I go out, we don't get approached by men. And it's happened like a handful of times where we'll go out and we look nice, we're putting our best foot forward, we're fun, we're talkative, we laugh, the whole nine, okay? We don't get approached. We live in LA. I don't know if that's part of it. I don't know if men in other parts of the country are different, but in LA, it feels like that just doesn't happen anymore. I don't know. I'm gonna put a picture of us and you guys can see what we look like. I don't think like we're bad looking, like what?
Chivalry in the modern age it's just evolved. True.
I think it's evolved, but in the wrong direction. There is this rise of men who suddenly want to be princessed and pampered.
Yeah, I agree with pampering, but I think they should be given equally.
Women do a lot of pampering, they just don't make such a big deal about it. The pendulum appears to have swung towards almost like a men's rights movement. How is it fair for women to expect all these things from us? And I want flowers too. Like, yes, that is being redefined. But as long as they're not using it to weaponize their own incompetence, when it comes to serving and cherishing and celebrating, like there is something really beautiful about femininity.
You're saying there's nothing beautiful about men?
I'm not saying that men aren't beautiful.
Then?
I'm just saying that they feel loved in different ways than we do.
What would you do if your partner told you that you weren't allowed to bring your phone into the bathroom in your own home? Because that's exactly what happened when this creator made a 5-part series detailing such events. So in part 1, she's basically saying that her boyfriend takes a really long time in the bathroom and it's making her concerned and speculate that he's cheating on her. Comments are terrifying. I'll pick the lock, don't play with me. I always go in there after 5 minutes and stand and stare at him until he's done. I personally wouldn't let that slide, so I started throwing hands on him while he was on the toilet. Part 2 is when she decides to time him. Part 3, it ends up taking him a whole half hour, so through tears she announces that she's leaving him. But just kidding, because in part 4, she actually tells him that she doesn't want him taking the phone into the bathroom anymore, so he calls her childish and he breaks up with her. So now she's the victim, even though this was her plan all along because she didn't get to do it first. Men have been finding gentle escapism on the porcelain throne for time immemorial, and will sit there until their feet are numb simply reading a shampoo bottle, because it's simply a place they find peace, and you're trying to take that peace away from him.
Being the strong, independent Black woman gets tiring. I personally am done with it. I am done trying to do everything myself, trying to prove society that I can get my bag and I can do all bad by myself. I don't want to be Superman. I don't want to wear tights. I want to wear a skirt and heels and just dance. I want to be in my softness. I want to be in my femininity. And I want to be able to ask a man for help and not feel guilty. I think as Black women and women of color, we have to step into our femininity. And I had to realize that asking a man for help and a man helping you do things that you are far capable of doing does not take away from your feminine power. It does not take away from your essence. It allows you to bloom. It allows you to blossom in your own energy because you're not running around trying to do everything.
Women give men a million reasons to look elsewhere with their attitudes. So women got it twisted because women think that since they're beautiful and they have that they're the goddess of the universe and that men should just be happy to be with them. But that what you don't understand is become a dime a dozen nowadays. It's free because women are so emotional. It don't matter what you did. all the way up until the moment she's mad. When she mad, it don't matter what you did. She'll destroy everything because she didn't get her way in these 5 minutes. This is what women do in relationships. And then they say, happy wife, happy life. That's narcissism to the 1000th degree. But women don't think they're narcissists.
Yo, this is the Pimps and Simps Show, where we peel back the IG filters, dodge the thirst traps, and tell it like it really is.
The thing about being a strong, independent woman is that it's really difficult to find love because men love to be needed and men fall in love with women who make them feel that they are needed. And if you're strong and you're independent and you don't need a man, they kind of feel useless. I see the never-ending battle between, you're a strong, powerful woman in the workplace. You're constantly in your masculine energy. There's all this talk about masculine and feminine energy these days. It's great. But then in your personal life, you want to be feminine and you want to be in your feminine energy, but you're incapable of allowing a man to provide that for you because this is how you are. This is your defense mechanism. That's what's got you where you are. That's what's given you success in the workplace. It's hard to just switch that off and then in a personal context be something else. It's a fine line to navigate. But I do see a lot of professional women who find it really difficult to find partners.
I really like you. I like you too. We should be together. See, I would, but I'm pretty emotionally unavailable. That's okay. I'm still hung up on my ex. Oh, okay, great. Then why don't we do all the things that couples do without actually calling ourselves a couple? That sounds awesome. That's definitely going to get messy later on when one of us develops stronger feelings for the other, which will definitely end things between us and only add more bricks to the walls we build inside ourselves. Yeah, but what are we going to do about it, right? Well, we could take some time alone and work on ourselves, and then once we're healed, we form a meaningful connection with somebody who actually cares about us. Yeah, we could. But I think what we have going on is just toxic enough for both of us to mistake it as love. You know what? You're right. I can't wait to spend the next 6 months of my life running in circles, confusing my friends, my family, and myself. Yeah, me too. So you want to hang out later? Oh, you mean go on a date? We don't call it that. We don't call it that. No, I wish we did though. I really wish we did.
My body count is 1,572. And so I don't think body count should matter, to be honest. I don't know. I've heard a lot of numbers and it just doesn't really matter.
Okay.
Are you speechless?
Yeah, just kind of said you're...
Excuse me, you can't shame people because of their body count.
1,500, whatever the...
72.
That's insane. I'm gonna keep it real.
Just say you're jealous.
Yeah, I'm so jealous.
I don't think being a virgin matters because, again, same with body count, it doesn't really affect anything. But I feel like there is a stigma around, once you take someone's virginity, they're obsessed and crazy about you. So maybe that would kind of make me not want to do that.
I mean, you could teach me some things. I don't think I would be crazy over you, but...
I mean... You can also use Google and learn a lot.
God, she's dodging me left and right. My body count's 0, but I wouldn't say body count really matters to me. Unless you're in the double digits, then that's crazy.
Oh, it's okay. I'm in quadruple digits, so we're good.
Yeah.
Being in a relationship is so much more expensive for a woman than a man. Because more often than not, having the child...
Yeah, can't work for a while.
You can't work for a while. And that's not just the amount of time off or whatever that you lose out on that income. It's that what that income could have compounded over the course of your lifetime. And there are things like, oh, well, if I spend a decade of my life being the household CEO, I prefer that versus a stay-at-home mom, because you really are the CEO of the house.
You are.
You are the chef, the chauffeur, you are the maid, you are the person who is the project manager, you are teacher, you're doing it all.
Yeah.
You really are doing it all. But if you're doing all of that unpaid labor, which by the way, the unpaid labor accounted for in a global society is in the trillions, we just don't really factor it in because most of the time it's done by women. And we don't value their time the same as we do men's. And so I would say having a prenup where you have already agreed that you will get a mom's salary so that you can have your own money. So even if you are a stay-at-home parent, you still have your own money because 99% of cases include financial.
Interesting.
Yeah, I get to watch him with his new wife and his new life just flourish without me. He's doing so well. You know, he's doing great in his business. He's doing great in school. He's just amazing. He's a great guy. And I get to watch that from the back room. And it's hard. Sometimes it stings. Sometimes it still stings. But, you know, I'm happy for him. And, you know, I love him as my family. And I want nothing but the best for him. So now I relocated to a different state, me and my daughter, and 2 years ago. And I just started over. I'm dating. And it's different. It's difficult. You know, I got married.
It's trash.
It's trash. Okay, it's trash. I said it's difficult. It's really trash. Yeah. It's definitely trash.
The streets.
It's trash. They say the dating pool has pee in it. I say it's straight sewage.
It's not even a pool.
It's sewage. Seriously.
Oh my God.
I hate it for everybody that has to be out here dating. I don't recommend it. 0 stars. Not even a half.
What are your thoughts? Comment below.
I am so tired of paying bills, y'all. Worrying about bills, thinking about bills, knowing a bill is coming, knowing a bill was just paid, and there's another one that's coming. Like, it just don't stop. So we're all just here working and paying bills, and then we just that's what we doing. We're all just gonna be on this planet, bust our dances and pay all the rich people one day.
I really hate how bills are sabotaging my social life. Like, I've gotten so wrapped up in the cycle of working and stressing about bills that I don't even go out anymore, guys. Like, I'm not in the mood to laugh. Like, I'm just straight work business mode. Like, I'm just always trying to get past the bills. And I feel like right now is the worst time to be drowning in bills.
I'm really just sitting in my car right now contemplating why I'm going to work to pay bills and put gas in my car just to go back to work. Like, what are we doing? Like, I'm 31, almost 32, and like the prices of everything is so freaking ridiculous. It's annoying. Like, work, go home, work, go home.
We get up every day and work to pay bills. We are not living to live. We are living to survive. And I still can't wrap my head around that. I saw a post today that says, I'm so glad we only live once because I can't do this again. And I felt that.
Please tell me y'all have seen the video of the girl and her boyfriend that are in the car arguing because he is upset that she told the waiter at the restaurant that he was unemployed and he could not pay the tab. Yes, y'all. So he is 38 hot with his girlfriend. He's basically saying she divulged too much information to that waiter. It was not the waiter's business, that he was not capable of paying that bill, that she should have just handed over her debit card or her credit card so that he can present as if he was the one that was actually paying the tab. Her justification was, well, no, I'm the one that's paying it. I mean, I did accidentally slip up and say that you was unemployed, but it wasn't a lie. Was she wrong, y'all? Was she doing too much? I think so. I think it wasn't the waiter's business that he's unemployed and that she was paying, but at the same time, I feel like it was kind of a vengeful thing, a thing out of spite that she did to say that, to try to emasculate him possibly. But y'all finna tag the video so y'all can go watch it. Come back and let's talk about it in the comments. Was she wrong, or is he justified in his anger and his frustrations in the situation? Let's talk about it in the comments.
I met the greatest guy. He was on a date with another woman. And then when she was in the bathroom, he came over to me and was like, "You're so cute. I want to take you out and ditch this other girl." Yeah, he does have kids, several actually, with all his different exes, but they're like total and they don't let him see them. You know, COVID totally got in his way and he hasn't seen them since before that. They charge him like massive amounts of child support that they're totally spending on themselves. Yeah, I don't know why he and his wife split up. I think it's because he's on such a higher level than they are and he just didn't want to settle anymore. He's cured from addiction, totally taking things slow. Like right now he's living at his parents. I said, why don't you just move in? He says he wants to take me on a really nice trip, but he's so busy with work right now. He's an entrepreneur. He's about to make this huge deal, and when he does, he's going to be like a millionaire overnight, and he's going to totally pay me back. To the casino casinos, sometimes like all day and all night, but there's no cell reception. So I don't hear from him for like 24 to 48 hours. Red flags? I haven't really noticed any red flags. Good cheater vibes. He'd cheat on the wives with the... No. He just makes me feel more loved than anyone ever has. Why are you wishing me luck? I have never been happier.
There's a lot of single moms who have given single moms like myself a really bad rap. And they use men for resources and they put their children before their serious committed person's, their spouse's needs, right? And I don't agree with that if it's a long-term serious thing. So I think that that's to be said for why probably a lot of you, and more reason you said, I don't want to raise two kids. And that's honest, and I appreciate that. However, what I will say, the men that I've met and that I've dated and that have proposed to me, they wanted to marry me and they wanted to be a stepfather to my son if I wanted that, right? Now, the thing about me that's different from most women is, even though I'm very masculine in how I'm speaking now, because I'm trying to make a point, I'm very feminine, and I let the man take the lead. And I don't try to say, my son and I are so cool, we're the best. No, I let a man be gracious to me because I'm feminine and I serve his needs. I make sure his needs are served. I make sure that his tummy is full, and my son never goes without, trust me. So I think the difference is that some men, no disrespect to y'all, are not cut out for that, because it takes a very extremely high alpha man, I think, that would be willing to say, listen, I saw all of you grimace, I watched all your facial expressions. Hold on, let me finish momentarily. That will be willing to step in and raise someone else's son. That takes a very brave, bold man, and there are men out there in the world who will do it when they see the value of a woman that's serving them.
Wait, are you trying to attract an emotionally available, secure partner while you are entertaining situationships at the same time? My name's Jenny, I'm a psychologist, and I focused on attachment theory and relationships in both of my master's degrees, and you are watching The New Rules of Dating. You might be asking yourself, where are all the good ones? They're gone. They're not. People start healthy, happy relationships every single day around the globe. But the real question you need to ask yourself is, am I an energetic match for that person? It's really hard to attract an emotionally healthy person if you are at the same time entertaining emotionally unavailable people that breadcrumb you, that maybe even ghost you, that don't give you the time or the day that you need when it comes to partnership. So my question is, are you still talking to people that have already showed you that they're incapable of giving you what you need? And that's probably time to also look at the patterns that are keeping you stuck, and not only around the people that are available around you. Here's our reframe. You attract what you're available for. So if you want a partner who's emotionally available, consistent, and intentional, we need to be willing to do the inner work that requires us to look at our old patterns that led us to that place to even saying yes to things that we shouldn't be tolerating, and learning how to say no and go from there. A version of you that declines the familiar, even if it's fun. Being in a happy and healthy relationship doesn't feel like chaos. It feels more safe, calm, and secure. Stop thinking you're asking for too much, and finally be okay with the fact that you are worthy of the love that you crave so deeply. I want to know about a standard in the comments that you are not willing to negotiate anymore, and follow us for episode 5 for The New Rules of Dating.
A woman will not leave a man she likes, but she will leave a man that's good to her. Let me explain. You know, people talk about avoiding this, Some people will run away from people that they really, really like or whatever. Who cares? No, that's not what who cares? Women will not leave a man that they like, but they will leave a man that's good for them and to them. So let's say in this hypothetical scenario, you're with a woman, you treat her well, you're great to her, you speak life into her. Overall, you pretty much make her happy, right? Leave because you're doing something for her that she can't do for you, and it exposes everything that's wrong with her, all of her shortcomings. Everything good that you do for her is exposing all of that, right? The kind of man that she likes is someone who doesn't expose that to her, someone that doesn't put a spotlight on her and show her everything that's wrong with her. That's why women will always go after, using this term, but like the bad boy, the man that they have to tame, right? They go after the man that they have to tame because the problem is always pointed on the man that's always wrong. Something is wrong with him. The spotlight is always on him. The magnifying glass is always on him. So they never have to stop and look at what's wrong with her. They always have to stop and look at what's wrong with him. Well, a woman will leave you for the fact that you make her happy and that you make her feel safe and loved and cared for and all that stuff. She'll leave you for those reasons because she realizes now, oh my goodness, I have to show up for this person the way they show up for me. And that makes them insecure. It makes them feel like something is wrong with them. And they have to run away from that feeling of guilt, that feeling of inadequacy. So like I said at the beginning, women won't leave a man that they like, right? But they will leave a man that's good for them.
You don't need a woman next to you to have a sense of purpose as a man. And the biggest reason why a lot of you guys struggle after a breakup or after a divorce is because you've conditioned yourself into believing that you need somebody physically next to you to be who you are. And I'm here to break right now. Subconsciously, men have been conditioned into thinking that we have to feel needed to be men. And typically that feeling of being needed comes from when you providing for a woman, you protecting a woman, you laying next to a woman, you comforting a woman, and all. So under the circumstances that a relationship unfortunately ends, a lot of you men don't know who you are because you've been conditioned to believe that you are a great man if you are doing all this immaculate shit for woman. And I'm here to tell you that's not true, fellas. You need to develop a sense of purpose and identity outside of a wife, outside of a girlfriend, outside of casual relationships, outside of and figure out who you are as a man. Take that same sad, heartbroken fucking energy that you got and transmute into yourself. Take that same energy that you was given to that woman to provide, to protect, and to pour into her. Take that same and pour into you, gentlemen, because if that relationship is over, it's too late. It ain't no going back and trying to make it right and make it good again. Then also, if you in a relationship with a woman or you in that place currently with a lady, you're gonna be miserable as a if all you do is attach your purpose, attach yourself, and attach your identity to what you're doing for a woman. I'm here to say that. You don't need a woman next to you. You don't need a woman to be the best man you can be. And you don't need a woman for a thing, gentlemen, because you can produce for self. Understand that, and I promise you life will be a little bit more easier for you.
A lot of these modern women refuse to go 50-50. They refuse. I was listening to Stephen A. The other day, and I think he was doing an interview with him. I want to say Shannon Sharp. And he was talking about all of the things that he brought to the table. And he was like, man, if I'm walking in and I'm having a cook, after all of the things that I bring to the table, I'll take you out to eat. I'll take you out to eat. You know, I'll take you, and he started listing off the things that, yeah, I'll do that for you. But if I have to come in after doing all of that and cook, what do I need you for? And that's the thing a lot of men are asking. You don't have any money. I'm still going to ask the same question. If I have to go out there and bust my band, because the work's going to be the same. The work is going to be the same. If I have to go out there, I might not get paid as much as Stephen A. But I put in a lot. I might even put a lot more effort than Stephen A. He might be working in terms of mental. I might be working in terms of physical. The work that I do takes a physical toll on my body. And so if I'm putting my body on the line, he puts his mind on the line or whatever. If we're doing that, but in different ways, we're going to ask the same question. Because the sacrifice is going to be the same. The mental effort, the physical effort is going to be similar. And so I'm going to arrive as a man at the same conclusion. And that's going to be, what is it that you're bringing to the table? I'm telling you, they don't understand. You're going to run into that same question at every level. And the only difference between a man that you think is a lower level and the man that you think is a higher level is that man's going to sit there and look at you. Did I stutter? No.